Check. 1, 2. Oh, hi. Hello. Okay. Before I get into anything at all, let's just have a second to go. How was that? Was that good? How are we doing out there? Welcome to PodGis episode. Welcome to PodGis episode 141. I think that's my guess. That's what I'm guessing. I'm loading it up. Loading it up. Oh, YouTube. How dare you? YouTube's trying to grab my attention. We're coming back. I won't let it. I won't let it. Episode 141. Podgus episode 141. Hi. Hello, my darlings, my loves, my beautiful baby angels. How are you doing out there? Seriously, how are you doing? I'm going to give you, as is tradition, I'm going to give you a classic, maybe like 5 seconds to tell me how you're doing and get it out of your system. Let's go. Ready? Go. How are you doing? Mm, mm-hmm. Mm. Word. Word, that sucks. I wasn't planning on saying that, but and maybe I'm projecting, but it's funny that that was my like gut response. Well, that sucks because I can only assume that if you are a fan of mine, then you sway towards a certain, shall I say, political sensibility, and a certain idealistic tendency, let's say. And currently, the way the globe is trending, it's it tends to be trending away from people who align themselves with the certain beliefs that follow from my comedy. You know what I'm saying? So all this to say, if your response to my question, "How you doing?" was not good, Ava, not good, then I completely understand, and that sucks. That sucks. I sympathize. And if you are currently saying fucking amazing despite everything, then good for you. And may you continue to persevere and to succeed in in despite everything, in the face of it all right now. And if your answer is I'm doing great because of everything right now, then what the fuck are you doing here? You're not a fan. You're here to leave a shit comment on YouTube that I'm not going to read. And if that's the case, God bless your ass too. God bless your pathetic ass. God bless your poorly designed lifestyle that this is the kind of thing that brings you joy. God bless you. And good for you, but like not really. Please get a hobby that kind of contributes something more to society, maybe. Anyways, this is what we're going to do. So, since it's been a hot minute since I've done a podcast, and I'm gonna move my mouse so it's not covering my own goddamn face. We're gonna keep it light. Because if you've been following me on Patreon, if you've been following me more or less on any platform, I don't know if you've noticed. I don't know who's this obsessed with me. To have noticed this across all platforms, but my mental health hasn't been doing so great in response to the socio-political changing zeitgeist. And to my Patreon fans, stick around because this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna say cut or goodbye or whatever, and then I'm just gonna keep on powering through, and I'm gonna give you guys a bonus half hour of Ava time. And today's episode is going to be so light and fun, and we're just going to fucking escape it all. This is a no politics zone. No politics zone, no politics here. No politic here. It's funny because I'm referencing a video that was highly politically charged. And if you know, you know. But we're gonna fuck around today because I don't know about you, but I've been overdue a fuck around. I've been overdue a fuck around, and so have you as well. So let's all fuck around. Get out your fuck stick, because we're gonna have a fuck around. Get out your fuck stick, because we're about to beat a dead fuck horse. Eh, I'm really raising my eyebrows. Do you guys want an update? FFS update. I am recording this as of February 6th, and which is what, 25 days? Day 25? Day 26? Let me take a look. Let me count. 7, 14, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Today is, as of this recording, day 26 post FFS. And would you look at this? Look at me. Let's assess. Lips are very big. I should have put lipstick on. I forgot. I was going to do that for this and then I forgot. Lips are still big. Let's go. I'll get to the lips later. But forehead scar, very red, very angry, very prominent. I'm applying scar cream diligently twice a day as is instructed, and I'm leaving it on so it like there's always a vague white crust on. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if I'm supposed to like wash it off after a certain amount of time, but if I were to wash it off, then my front hairs would be greasy all the time, you know? And I don't want my front hairs to be greasy all the time. My hair gets so greasy so easily. And so, I don't know, maybe I'll start washing the crust off, I guess. But forehead, I'm starting to get the feelings back here in the center. Feeling, actually, now that I think about it, feeling is returning towards the temples, towards the outside. Still pretty numb in this vertical area here where my eyebrow would lift, the corner of my eyebrow. Ding, ding, ding. But this is my resting face. Oh, so resting. So cunty. Am I allowed saying that? Did I just, oh no. Oh, so resting. So crunty. There we go. That's how I'm getting around it. Give me your best crunt face. Oh, she's so crunt. She's such a crunt. God, I just got off the phone with my with my landlord. She's such a crunt. She's such a crunt ass snitch. Okay, so what else? My nose, I believe, is starting to finally recede in terms of swelling. But here's the thing. Listen up, guys. I tried describing this to a friend and she was like, I don't get what you're saying. But I can like, ever since I woke up from the surgery, no, ever since my cold went away and my nasal passages were finally clear enough, I've noticed that I can smell my own nose. You know? Like there is a new, and I'm going to call it an odor because it is maddening. There is a new odor that I feel, that I sense, that I'm smelling almost all the time. And I don't know if it's the smell of maybe some like hardened scar tissue or leftover stitching or just collected boogers in some unreached area of my newly formed soft tissue-esque nose, but I smell a new smell near constantly. And I don't like this new smell. I don't like it. It smells it smells like I imagine a booger smells like. I'm like smelling my own fucking boogers. Does that make sense? It's a maddening, like dull, musky, and like I listen. I'm showering just as much as I always have. I haven't changed any sort of, I don't know, my hair smells nice. I washed it recently. Like, it's not my hair. Like, is it the smell of my upper lip here? It's not my fingers. It's like in my nose. So anyways, I hope that goes away. So ladies and gentlemen and non-binary pals, if you can if you can help me out here and explain to me why or what or why or whence or where or whom I am smelling, then I'll buy you some Taco Bell. And God, I wish, how I wish what I was smelling was Taco Bell. God damn, that would be fucking amazing. So that's, it would be It would drive me up a fucking wall if I let it. Sorry, I swore. It would. Whoop, that's too loud. It would drive me up a crunty wall if I let it. But I'm not going to. And fortunately enough, like times like right now, I can't smell it. But every once in a while, something wafts in there that I'm like, what is that? And I'm trying to be mindful and observant of what's in my vicinity that's smelling like that. It's not my pants. It's not my. No, my shirt smells nice. I put perfume on. God, and it's a smell that keeps coming up in odd places, in different settings and circumstances. So I don't think it's like my place. I think it's really truly I'm smelling my own new nose because it's a new smell. And it's a smell I'm aware of post surgery. So if there's like a rhinoplasty smell, maybe I'm smelling soft ass tissues. Maybe my really really good surgeon left behind a cotton ball or something deep in my nostril. Maybe he cut so deep into my forehead that a piece of my brain came off, that a piece of my frontal lobe came off, and is just jammed up somewhere in the middle distance, right here, up in between my eyebrows, and I'm getting a huge ass whiff of my own frontal cortex. And that's the way a brain smells, because it's been simmering in brain juice all of my life. Smelling my own brain. Anyways, that's my nose. My lips are, I won't lie, like at different angles, in different photographic moments, different snapshot glimpses of myself. I like my lips and I also don't because I feel this was my one of my biggest fears throughout transition and especially in particular before this facial feminization surgery. Oh, I'm still a brute. Excuse me. Um like one of my fears throughout has always been like I don't want to become foreign to myself. I don't want to become a stranger to myself or the people that I love. And these lips I gotta say, are the closest thing to, so far, the closest thing to experiencing a sort of unfamiliar, like a reacquainting, reacclimating with myself. And I'm sure they're gonna continue to recede. Like sometimes just touching them gently like this, I'm like, "Meow, sexy mama." But also the way it moves sometimes and the way I speak, it just looks different on my face as I speak, which is a very new sensation, a new thing to get used to as someone who talks a lot, who talks as a career. Looking at my big flappy jappy rainbow trout lips, it's like, yeah, it's an adjustment. And without lipstick right now, I don't know, in certain lighting, it looks fine. I don't know, maybe that's just, maybe I just need to get used to looking at it. Because I'll tell you, the lips be getting compliments. Lips be getting compliments, bitch. And that's my latest FFS assessment. Apparently, I am healing at where'd that fluff come from? Did you see that? Fluff almost attacked me. Almost went right up my nose. Maybe that's what I was smelling, and it just fucking chunk, just popped out. Wouldn't that be nice? Um, what was it just saying? Let's take a water break. My mouth is getting dry. Oh, also, speaking of, I wondered, I'm also still getting used to, like, the feeling hasn't entirely quite come back yet. It's almost, yeah, it's almost back. But um like it's also a practical difference. When your lips expand like this, I have to get used to the spatial adjustment. It's a spatial adaptation now. And so, I was drinking out of straws out of the side of my mouth. Mm, because I couldn't like purse my lips enough to get it down the barrel, down the middle. But thank God I'm getting that back. I can do it now. And I'm not like, I'm not like spilling liquids all over my chin because I can't quite create a seal. And that's the thing. Yeah, maybe it's getting easier. Yeah, I can pucker my top lip. I can like tuck it under. Okay, so we're getting it back. We're getting it back. And I'm just gonna have the kissiest, cushioniest, most voluptuous lips you have ever seen in your entire fucking life. So, um, I'm wearing rings now. And I'm trying to get used to it. I tried blinging myself out the other night, and then I was like, oh fuck, I don't know the reference. I was like, who am I, King Lear? That's not the reference for sure. Who was the king in Robin Hood? Who was the king in Robin Hood? King Richard the Lionheart. That's right, because you know who I'm thinking of is the movie. And he's a lion in the movie, right? Yeah, King Richard. Yes, a full grown lion who went on a crusade away from England. And just real quick, do me a favor. If you are currently nearby any sort of uh, um, media of any kind, if you have access to the internet, take a look at who I'm talking about. King Richard from Robin Hood movie. And you know, every time I wear rings, even if it's just two, like one on each hand, like this, even when I wear one on each hand, especially a pinky ring, like who am I, fucking Lil Jon? Get out of here. Pimp Daddy Val over here. What am I? Bitch better have my money. Am I about to go collect on the street corner? Hey, where's my top bitch? She better have my money. Or I'm gonna whap her upside the head with my jewelry store. My Value Village ring. Anywho, every time I wear, I'm not used to these lips. Ava's going through changes. I'm not used to these lips, and I'm not used to rings. So every time I put on rings, I imagine that I'm King Richard from Robin Hood movie, and someone is putting my fingers in their mouth and going and like kissing my rings, but they're going and taking them off with their mouth. You know what I mean? Don't make me demonstrate. With my big fat, oh my god, I would be perfect to reenact that scene. Oh my liege, on my own hand. Can I make it come in from the screen? No, it's obvious. It's too obvious. It's my hand, no matter what I do. Whatever. Mm, 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 oh. Ew! 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 Oh, that tastes like my nose. Maybe that's what I've been smelling, is my rings. Ah, ew. That's so funny. Hey, if you're listening to this podcast and not watching it, what the hell? What the heck in Christ? You are missing out, Burnaby Jones. You be missing out. Get on up with your Mavis Beacon teaches typing ass, and get on up on your PC computer, and go on up to YouTube, and go on down to PodGis episode 141, and fast forward to what 20th minute ish, and behold the beautiful reenactment of Robin Hood with King Richard, the kissing ring scene. Don't make me do it again. Oh, it doesn't smell so bad. Okay. You know, how do you test the smell of your own breath? I think this smells neutral. So I think from now on, to test my own breath, I'm gonna put one of my rings into my mouth and just kind of hold it there for about 90 seconds. Feels appropriate. 90 seconds. Take it out wet. Give it a quick smell, because really, truly, I mean, I'm no scientist, but what about one's breath makes it smell? It must be the saliva. So, there you go. I'm gonna take the ring out of my mouth and I'm gonna smell it. And and if the saliva stinks, then your breath stinks. I'm a scientist. Um, God, that was fun. Let's keep distracting. I shouldn't have. I knew as soon as I thought of it, I was like, don't bring up the distraction, because then you're just going to take people out of it. And what have I done? I went and did it. And I'm sorry, I brought you back to reality, because we were having so much fun there. Or at least I was. But, yeah. Okay, what else? Um, I gotta tell you, I've been wanting. So my roommate and friend, one person, not two, Steven, is on Twitch now. He's a Twitch streamer, and I I don't mean this in any sort of patronizing way. I don't want this to come across as me being like, oh, like me fucking cuddling a puppy, like, oh, what a good boy. Oh, just look at him go, that kid. Because I'm proud of him. You see? And he's streaming now. He's streaming himself playing video games. I recommend looking him up. I'm always gonna plug my best friend in the world. And I couldn't tell you his account off the top of my head. Twitch. I think it's Smash, but it's Smash something. Oh no, if you look up Smash, you get Smash Brothers. Why am I so burpy? I'm holding in burps against you guys. Smashware TV. That's my roommate and friend Steven. He is so funny and super cool. 58 followers. Look at him go. He hasn't been doing it long, and look at him go with 58 ass followers. So now he has me being, this has nothing to do with competition, but sort of. Me being a competitive douchebag, I see him doing it and I'm like, I should get back into it. I hear him talk about how much fun he's having, and it makes me want to have fun too. And I've been meaning to like take a break. I deserve a goddamn break, and I've been meaning to like chill and sit on my ass and play video games. I would love to play video games, but I haven't been doing that. And how fun would it be to do Twitch streaming and do video games? So I want to get back into that. And please shoot me a message, DM me on any one of my platforms and say, hey, in reference to PodGis, or leave a comment here on YouTube or wherever. Say, hey, Avagus, I I like this game and this game. It could be fun watching you stream this. And I'll tell you what I'm playing right now is Marvel Rivals. God of War Ragnarok, just basically started that. Dredge, but I'm over it. I think that's a boring game. You guys wouldn't like watching me play a fishing fucking game. It's fishing. And I'm over it. What else do I have? I have Hollow Knight, Hi-Fi Rush, Elden Ring, Deadlock, Overcooked could be fun, but I'd be playing it solo. So it kind of could be fun, like playing that online with somebody could be fun. Remnant 2, fucking, what else? Rocket League, Hades. You know, these are all games that I have currently downloaded. So, tell me of any of those, if you would like me to play. There's a game called Forgive Me Father that's like aesthetically really neat, really cool looking that I've been meaning to play. Dying Light, Devil May Cry 4. Okay, anyways, if any of those turn your hinge, let me know. If any of those give you a twitch in your trow, let me know. And if you have any suggestions that I didn't suggest, let me know, and I'll maybe take a look. Uh, let's have some more water. Hey, drink water, bitch. Hydrate. Hydrate, bitch. Mm. Here's some news. Ava is contemplating getting her first ever tattoo. I'm getting a tattoo. What is she going to get, you ask? She doesn't know. She kind of knows. The fundamental idea, I want a sideways triangular play button on my wrist, on my inner wrist, on my left hand, because it represents the Ava mantra, the all-consuming spirit of play with which I approach every gig, every time. I love the idea of before I go on stage to do my nonsense, I have this little cute, not that I need a reminder, but I'm so obsessed with like stand up and performing and how much I love it that like I love the idea of having a play button on my wrist as and I'll say reminder even though I need not be reminded, it's just in my bones. Like a little play button that I can just like boop press with my thumb to activate that spirit of play before I go out onto the stage. Isn't that cool and fun and unique? I've never heard anyone say that idea. So it's unique to me. And if you know somebody who has the play thing already, spare me. Please don't tell me. I want to go on feeling like this is completely unique to me. Uh and like truly I didn't get it from nobody. I got it from me. Just looking down at my hands. But I went in for my consultation today and it was so exciting and super thrilling, and she was super nice and friendly and bubbly and fun. really fun. The spirit of fucking play. And that really appealed in a meta way to the tattoo that I was getting. I was like, oh, this bitch loves to play. She loves to play. And she was super cool and nice and walked me through and gave me and since this is my first ever tattoo, she walked me through a lot of things that she said like first timers wouldn't know about that she wants to make clear to me, she really took her time and I have two other tattooing options, two other artists that I'm considering, but I gotta say, very easily influenced by a good time and by friendship and by kindness and by vibes, and I'm impulsive, so I know I should consult with these two other tattoo artists, but like I kind of don't care to anymore because I had such a good time. and but here's the thing. So the idea, it ended up being we ended up settling on a play button with and it's in the center of like a heart shape on my wrist. And the heart shape she argued should be upside down the way I look at it because to other people when my hand is at rest at my side, then optically for everyone else they will see the heart right side up when my hand is down. And I kept like that's the thing, this tattoo is for me, for moi. And so the play button needs to be right side up for me. So when I look at it, I go boop and I can press it. So the triangle needs to be pointing to the right as a play button would. But if I'm holding my hand down, then to you facing me, it's pointing to the left. So it becomes a rewind button. And I kind of didn't like that's the thing I was torn between. I kept standing she drew and she colored it in a gradient that I really love. It's like a purple to pink to orange. She didn't recommend yellow. I would have wanted yellow, but she didn't recommend yellow because apparently on tattoos it fades on a complexion such as mine, especially. So like a purple to maroon to pink orange, which still looks amazing. And that would be the heart and then the play button in the middle of that in like kind of a deep purple, maybe a blue. I think a black. I think I like a black. Uh but she colored it and did it on a semi-transparent piece of paper and then we like taped it to my wrist, all kinds of different orientations and ways so that I could kind of like look in the mirror and hold my hand in different positions and stuff like that. And like God, I liked it. That's the fucking thing. I liked it right side up. I can't have it right side up both ways. And I liked it right side up looking at my wrist, but I also liked it right side up with my hand at my side. So what the fuck do I do? And if the play button is right side up when I look at it, but my heart is upside down, then that feels kind of internally inconsistent and flip-floppy. You know what I mean? And so I left there feeling like really jazzed and so thrilled and like so excited about this. We didn't settle on anything and I didn't like confirm or commit, but I left there feeling like, oh, we are so close to getting it. This is pretty amazing. I could say yes to this, you know? And then, and I wish here's the thing, me getting this tattoo in the first place is I'm actually surprised with myself at just how like confident I am in doing this. Like I'd gone my entire life not even weighing the distant possibility of a tattoo. I was like, I'm just never getting one. I'm case closed, you know? But I also thought that about transitioning. And here I am FFS later. I feel like the FFS really broke shit open. And now I'm at this point where like, look, the body modifications, I'm over Niagara Falls in a barrel, bitch. And if I can modify my lips to be this pillowy and kissy, then surely I can do a cute little tattoo in a somewhat private area on the inside of my wrist, you know? And the play button idea, as soon as it flicked into my head, I was like, "Oh my god, yeah. That's perfect." Like if I was ever going to get a tattoo, then I would need to be 100% down with it. And that was my rationale growing up, being like, I don't want a tattoo, and I don't think I'll ever be 100% about it. And if I'm not 100%, then there's no point in getting one. And as soon as I thought of the play button idea, I was like, 100%, I got to get a play button on my wrist. That is so cool. And so, anyways, uh, I need to wait until the other consultations because I also have these ideas. I want the play button to be organic and kind of biological and organic because I'm thinking of so much symbol. I am investing. I am investing so much symbolism into this. I want it to mean a. I'm kind of juggling a lot of different things right now, and it's getting a little complicated. But that's just me, you know? I wanna be thorough about the symbolism behind all of it. You know what I'm talking about? And so the heart thing was kind of, not only is it cute, but it also references, like, the play button on my pulse. Like, the fact that it's on my wrist, it is connected directly to my veins where I can press it and boom, like a drug, it just, like, flows through my system, goes into my heart, and it pumps through my circulatories. Like, play is so circulatory in me, and it goes all over my body. It goes from my hand that holds the microphone and reaches out to the rest of my fucking body. Oh, it's so cool. It gives me chills. And so so I don't want the button to be overly techy or technological or robot-y because I'm a human being and my material is so human, and I pride myself on my like humanity and my vulnerability. So I want it to be really, especially biological, anti-tech. And so I was thinking, at first I was like, can we do like a play button that's vaguely shaped like an anatomical heart? And then I was like, well, that's grotesque. That's body horror. And so now I'm starting to think if we can like, it's tough because it's a small area, but I was thinking like, what if we like put some veins on that bitch or like some like connective tissue. I don't want it to be a clean cut tattoo with hard edges. I want it to be a little rough around the edges in the coloring of maybe the heart on the outside. I told her I want like kind of a Crayola, like a crayon effect or like a spray paint or like a pencil crayon effect. I want it to look symmetrical and clean artistically, but also intentionally hand drawn. I want it to look a little childlike and creative and playful, like I just colored it on my hand. I don't want it to look like a children's drawing. Of course, I want it to have some sophistication, but I think like maybe if the play button had a couple little tiny veins or something kind of like sprouting out from it into my body, that could kind of be cool. Anyways, I'm still brainstorming. My head still swims. We really narrowed it down at the tattoo place, but who knows? There's still a lot left to be determined. And who know and I want to go into these other consultations with a clear mind and an open one too to see what sort of suggestions and vibes and like expertise they can offer me too. because, I also love the idea whenever I collaborate with another artist, like, I want their work to be represented as well. You are an artist too. So whenever I get, like, my hair done or makeup done, every time I get hair and makeup at a taping, I've always been like I'll tell you what I like, but when you look at me, whatever your vision is, I honestly am down to do that. Let's do whatever inspires you when you look at me. And it's never led me astray, and I think it's a beautiful bonding experience when you're collaborating with other artists. When in this position, you could kind of say that I'm sort of like, not technically, but I'm kind of their boss. Like, I'm telling them what I want in this taping. They've been hired to listen to me about what I want on my face. But, like, it enriches the experience for them, and I believe that it makes them better at what they do when they're doing what they want to do, you know? And it's just funner. It's just altogether just it's a better experience for everyone, including me. I love fostering that creativity and that joy. So, I mean, that said, it is my tattoo and we're branding my body. It's going on me for the rest of my life. And so we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on the tattoo thing. One of the people who I'm consulting with isn't available until March. So it might be a while before an update. But I'll keep you guys posted. And now, let's end on a funny humorous for all the podcast listeners out there before I pitch to Patreon. I'm trying to get this Patreon thing going, and I'm not going to complain about my lack of views on all these fucking stand-up videos that I worked so hard to make, and I'm not going to complain about the turnout to my Patreon, because Patreoners, god damn it, I love you. I love you. You're the real supporters. You really are. I just spent, I'm not going to say the exact amount because I don't want to embarrass anyone, including myself. But I just spent almost my entire life savings on my face. So I got my money on my mind. I got my money on my mind, and I'm trying to make that back, because my comedy is also a business. And not to reprimand you or chastise you, but you've been getting away with freebies for a long time, bitch. I've been giving you freebies for a really long time, bitch. You've been getting freebies from me for a really long time, bitch. And so, would it kill you to toss me a 5 buckaroo every once in a while? And I'll give you even more. You don't get all of the same. I'm giving you exclusive. You're getting exclused. You're getting exclusives. You're getting Ava Val exclu. So, support a bitch. And I'm not talking to you, Patreoners, because you know I love you and you know I appreciate you. But if you supporters who are out there supporting my ass for free, you fucking freeloaders, I'm gonna get all American up in this bitch. Yup. Uh-oh. I said I was gonna distract? Nope. It's time to draw a hard line. I'm being an American. I'm being Donald Trump. What's in it for me? I'm taking all my friendships, including metaphorically, you are my Canada. And it's like, yeah, you support me in so many different ways. But what's really in it for me? Financially, what's in it for me? For your ass. So I want you to give me money. You are Canada and I'm America, and I'm pouting and I'm stomping my foot down and I'm saying, our friendship and your support of me, it's not enough, and and I hate you. Give me money. I want more money. Said I wasn't gonna make it political, and golly gee whiz, this crunty ass just made it political. Sorry for being a crunt. Sorry for being a capacious crunt. Did I use capacious properly? Oh, I love that word. I remember somebody used it and I was like, I want to use that. Oh, it just means roomy. I didn't use it properly. Capacious. But that's fun. I should use it multiple times in a sentence so that I can remember it into my head. Maybe I was being a little capacious by misusing it. Boy, my brain is so capacious. Pretty roomy in there. Pretty roomy. There's not a lot. It's just hot air. It's just a lot of hot air in there. I'm a capacious crunt. I'm a capacious crunt. All right, all you capacious crunt asses out there, subscribe to my Patreon. I'm gonna be posting more and more over there, and I'm gonna maybe start twitching, not in a Tourette's kind of way, but in like online streaming kind of way. I'm gonna stream maybe a little bit more, and your support would be very much welcome. And if you don't support, then maybe I'm losing my touch. Maybe I'm gonna start taking it personally, you guys. I'm this close to taking it personally. And I'm gonna start believing that you only ever followed me for my thin ass lips. And now that I've got big, succulent, voluptuous, capacious lips, now y'all are like, I liked it better when I could hear the sandpaperness of her lips pressing together. I liked it better when Ava had the gummiest smile of all time because them lips weren't standing on guard for thee. I'll tell you that much. Now her lips are standing on guard for thee. And by thee, I mean those gums. God, I can really do a mean duck face now. I can really do a mean duck face now. God, look at those things. Gonna kiss myself. It's so pretty. You know what? I was thinking. No, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna stop and say goodbye to my podcast listeners. Thank you for listening. I'll try and get back on a regular schedule. But you broke asses, you freebie asses, you freeloading asses. Episodes might become shorter in length to accommodate me stopping and doing some extra content for my Patreoners. So, for my podcast listeners, thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a great week. I'll be back to distract you as much as possible. And every once in a while, I'm surely going to have something political to say because fuck my, I'm a political crunt and my existence is political. And if you're trans fan out there, so is goddamn yours. You know it, and you know it to be true. So, support a trans bitch. Support a fellow trans bitch who's putting her neck out and using her voice. Try and spread some goddamn trans joy, okay? Don't be a capacious crunt. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, podcast listeners. Go to my Patreon for the rest. Wah. Wah. Wah, wah, wah.